GVN gang, welcome back, and by the title obviously you can see this is a tutorial for Rob49 and Bossman Dlow. Bossman Dlow just brought out a brand new album, and I think Rob49 brought out something not too long ago as well. Both of the styles bring back like early Kodak vibes in my opinion, like with all the perks and shit like that that's going on. So I wanted to make my own rendition of a Bossman Dlow Rob49 type of beat, and I'll give you a preview now. Alright guys, so I've got 3 melodies and then the rest are drums. I'm going to go over the drums later because it's a lot more sort of in depth, but I will first just go over the melodies real quick. Now, can someone that knows anything about Analog Labs tell me why there's always this goddamn teddy at the default? I don't understand where that came from. I mean, I thought like an Analog Lab logo or some shit, like what is this thing? But anyway, first sound I've got here is just very simple. It's from Unfathomable Sounds. I said that correctly, which is good. Called Independent. It's a sort of darker scale, so F sharp, D, C sharp, and then B. Another sort of like a tension note in the G's. So this is what this sounds like just by itself. You can tell it has like a, I don't know what it is, but it's like a little, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a little twang on the end. It's like, don't judge me on my my vocal instrument, but yeah, that's what that sounds like just by itself. Now the next one is literally just FL keys, nothing crazy. Obviously that's a default plugin anyone can use. So, and I've gone with a very deep note. I don't know, with these type of beats, in my opinion, it works very well. Like just a contrast of the hard melodies and the hard drums, but you probably need to cut out a bit of the low in this because obviously it's gonna conflict with the 808s a little bit. But this is what this sounds like just by itself. And it just repeats again. So that's what the keys sound like just by themselves. And again, this is a very minor detail. This is also from Analog Labs, and I believe it's from the same kit as I just showed you before, the Unfathomable Sounds. Yeah, so it's called Fire Whistles, and it's literally just to add texture. That's all I put this in here for. I didn't really want to overcomplicate the melody at all, to be honest, and I think that's what works with Bossman Dlow. So this is what this sounds like just by itself. To be honest, these are like there's a lot of lows in this beat, but it'll make sense once the whole beat is together. So that's literally it for the melody. I don't really have much else to show you guys. I'll just play it for you now. This is what the whole melody sounds like just by itself. And yeah, I feel like it's pretty hard, pretty basic, but it works, and the drums complement it, but I'll show you that now. Alright guys, the most important part of the beat obviously is the drums, and you can see here I have how many layers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 layers, so I'm going to try and get through them fairly quickly. First is 808, very deep, just follows the bass notes of the FL keys that I showed you before, but this is what this sounds like just by itself. A little roll, nothing too crazy on the top end, but just a bit of variation. So that's what the 808 sounds like just by itself. Alright guys, so the kick follows the same thing as the 808, so I'm not going to go over that too much anyway, literally exact same notes. But the drums that I am using are a mixture of TNT's Secret kits, Villain's kit, this kit by Gross, and also this kit by D-Lee. Some are paid, some are not, some are free, some are not. So yeah, you can make these with any drum kit. Basically, it's standard perks and shit like that. So I wouldn't stress too much. But yeah, let's get into the hi-hats now. Now you don't have to go this excessive with the hi-hats. I just felt I was just in the moment, sort of getting lost in the sauce. So you can tell there's a lot of rolls here. I have a lot of rolls on the low ends as well, and sort of some falling notes too. So you don't have to go this excessive, to be honest. The majority of the beats that get placed are ones that have two-step patterns, so this isn't a necessity, but I feel like with these harder beats that require like a decent amount of drums, these sometimes hit, and you understand at the end with all the drums together, you'll see it sort of compound. So this is what the hi-hat sounds like just by itself. And that's literally it. I just copied the notes over and haven't changed anything at all. So that's what the hi-hat sounds like just by itself. So the clap and the snare I've actually laid together, and I don't have anything sort of out of whack. So what they sound like separately and together. I didn't want to overcomplicate that as well. So this is what it sounds like together. And I just wanted to sort of layer it because I wanted it to be a harder hitting snare, and I really like that clap sound. So that's what that sounds like just by itself. Next we get into the fun part. So the perks are literally my favorite part of these whole, I mean, the snares and the hi-hats, they're all the same, but this adds a sort of like a different texture to it. So the first perk I got here is like a laser sound, which you can hear obviously there. But this is what the pattern that I did sounds like by itself, and you need to sort of just sporadically do it. You can't really plan where they go. You just have to listen to the melody and listen to the hi-hats and stuff and just place them. So this is what this sounds like just by itself. And you want it to not be so structured. Like with these beats, you need it to be sort of off key and all this other shit. You'll notice when I have everything together, we'll sort of compile. But that's what the first perk sounds like. Now, always forget the name of this fucking thing, so just let me know in the comments what it's called. But this is the second perk. This is what it sounds like. I think it's a tom bell or like a conga bell or something like that, but it's in a lot of like West Coast beats. But this is what this sounds like. Again, putting it in random spots. And that is it. That is all I've put for that one. So we'll move on to the next perk. Now this next perk sounds like someone's hitting a trash can, but again, I've put them in random spots, and yeah, I've just kept them on the same note. Again, you don't want it to be structured, you want it to be different. So this is what the trash can thing sounds like just by itself. Sorry I'm moving so fast between the perks and stuff, guys. Just want to make sure I get through everything pretty fast because there's a lot of layers here. So next we have the ticker, which sounds like this. This is in the majority of the beats. I really wanted to make something different and sort of in their lane. So this is what this sounds like just by itself. And that's it. Just a couple of ticks. But yeah, that's it for the other perk. Alright guys, so everything together, obviously, all the drums done. This is what it sounds like just by itself. And that honestly took me about 10 minutes to make. When you have the inspiration, guys, just use it. Just like go ham, because sometimes that inspiration doesn't come back. Sometimes it lacks. Sometimes you have to force yourself to do it. If it comes naturally, just flow with it and just do it. But that's what all the drums sound like just by themselves. So a little bit of arranging, just put like a swoosh in there as well. But yeah, like you don't have to do much, to be honest. With major placement beats, I feel like the majority of the melodies are pretty straightforward. Besides like Rod Wave and 2C and stuff like that, I feel like those are more complex because they like require a little bit of soul and stuff like that. But like Playboy Cardi, all these hard rap songs, like majority of them are like pretty basic. Like the one that Future made with Cardi and Travis, that was a very basic beat to make. So don't overcomplicate shit, as everyone says. But hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me why I'm shit. Please comment down below what you want to hear next. I'll try and get some inspiration for it because yeah, I really want to make some more beats for you guys. And yeah, that's it, and peace.